Alright, so waves, man, what a run this thing had. Look at this. We go from the bottom to the top here, 600%, and let's see, how many days was this? This was, so pretty much a month. It managed to rally up 668%. Whoever got in down here, all I can say is good for you if you sold up here, because that's one hell of a profit. So go ahead and see what's going on here. If we take a fib retracement from this bottom to this top, you can see that the golden pocket actually lines up with the screen box relatively well that I had drawn. Now, considering this thing has moved up so quickly in such a short amount of time, I would not be surprised if this thing retraces all the way back down to the screen box or even this green line before heading back up again. Since we had quite the large move to the upside, I suspect we're going to have quite the nasty retracement here. It could very well bounce off the 0.5 level as many cryptocurrencies do and when they start new uptrends. But again, this thing has moved up so quickly in such a short amount of time, I wouldn't be surprised if we moved all the way back down to here, around 28 bucks. And that would honestly be the perfect thing for it because we retest these previous highs here, and you could get in at a much cheaper price instead of, 70 bucks. And that's not to say this is going to happen immediately. We could very well see somewhat of a descending channel or wedge here forming before we blast off again. So if we do make our way back down here, we definitely need to hold this green box or we could start trading within this descending channel yet again, which wouldn't be great considering that we broke a triple top here, and if we manage to go back within this range again, it'll pretty much be undoing all this price action and we'll be testing this zone as resistance yet again. Ichimoku Cloud is probably not going to provide us much info since we moved up so quickly on the daily time frame, but the EMA ribbon is actually starting to catch up with the price action here. So we'll have to see if we find support off of it depending how hard this starts moving down. But in my opinion, I think the top is set, at least for now. We go down to the 4-hourly chart, you can actually see we have broken bearish out of the EMA ribbon, and it's been holding us up for quite some time. It could very well move down to the 200 EMA and find support off of it. Turn on the Ichimoku Cloud, you can see we're actually finding support off of it now. We'll just have to see how this goes, considering the cloud is very thin here, so we could easily break it to the downside. The hourly time frame isn't looking great, considering the last time we were below the 200 EMA on it was back before the rally even started. If you see here, we broke below it a couple times, but managed to rally back through it. The only problem this time is the spread is much larger here than it was back here. You can see that we're trying to fight the 200 right now, but I think as this gets wider and catches up the price action, it's probably just going to push it lower. In my opinion, we could probably come back down to this 0.5 level all the way back down to 36 bucks before seeing a bounce yet again. Whether that bounce will break this all-time high right here, I'm not sure. By that time, we could likely see the EMA spread catching up with the price action, offering even more support. The most likely thing to happen, in my opinion, is probably move back down to this green box as well as the downtrending level of support before finding a bounce. And if we manage to break this region, we'll likely start trading within this descending channel yet again. And at that point, we'll just have to see what the chart's telling us. But one thing would be for sure is that if we do manage to start trading back within here again, that this was a fake out. If we take a fib retracement from this high to this low, you can see that we could very well move up to $78, even 100 bucks if we manage to break this top we just put in. This is all I have for waves today. This is not financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.